everybody, Bill Doolittle here at Churchill Downs with the Inside the Kentucky Derby report from Insider Louisville and the Wellspring Derby preview party. Well, it's just 3 weeks until the Kentucky Derby, and we're here on a rainy day at Churchill. And as you can see, nobody's arrived yet, but we are expecting a few people, maybe 165 or 170,000 on Derby Day, May 6th. And, of course, right here at Churchill Downs, we'll also have the Wellspring Derby preview party. That's April 25th. That's less than 2 weeks. So here we are, 3 weeks out from the Derby, and we're going to talk about last week's big prep races, the Bluegrass Stakes at Keeneland, the Wood Memorial in New York, and the Santa Anita Derby in California. And those three races, we'll look at them today, and we're going to see how they contributed to the final field for the Derby. The field's almost set. We have one more big prep race to run. That's this weekend in the Arkansas Derby. But first, let's start with the Bluegrass Stakes at Lexington on a pretty day. And it was supposed to be one of the best renewals of the famous 90-year-old Bluegrass Stakes, starring McCracken and Tapwrit and J-Boy's Echo and our horse, Practical Joke. But a stranger showed up. We'll take a look starting here on the backstretch.
Seconds. Wild Shot, the leader, 3 parts of a length up the backstretch, and I-Wrap toward the outside and in the clear in second. It's Your Nickel goes third, a half length. He's got McCracken right there alongside in the 4th position by a half length. Practical Joke stays right with McCracken. Now, Practical Joke is going to make his move right now. He moves up from 5th to 4th to 3rd within 2 lengths of the lead. Gets around the outside of McCracken, leaves room at the inside for It's Your Nickel. J-Boy's Echo between horses moves up in close quarters, and Tapwrit last and wide at the back end of the far turn. Long Shot I-Wrap has the lead. The opening half mile was 48 1/5 seconds. Wild Shot, then Practical Joke. McCracken is still 4th. Tapwrit is 5th on his outside. Let's see what they can do. They've got to catch Long Shot I-Wrap at the top of the stretch, who leads it by 2 lengths. Practical Joke 2nd, McCracken 3rd. Tapwrit 4th on the outside. J-Boy's Echo in 5th. Here's McCracken storming up on the outside. I-Wrap is fighting on, and Practical Joke is in between those two. Final furlong of the Toyota Bluegrass. I-Wrap with the lead. Practical Joke giving all he's got. I-Wrap 31-1 wins the Toyota Bluegrass with Julian Leperoux aboard.
All right, what a heck of a horse race. You know, our horse Practical Joke, if he just goes by, we could have gone to the coulda, shoulda, woulda window and cashed a big bet, but he didn't. Instead, it was I-Wrap. That's spelled I-R-A-P. That's a Doug O'Neill horse from California. He was winning his first race, but he won it kind of handsomely. And, you know, that's the kind of horse, I don't think he can win the Derby, but, you know, he sure could run well on Derby Day because it looks like he's in really good form, the way he repelled what looked to be like a winning move from Practical Joke. Okay, so now we're going to go to New York City, where it's a little grayer day, and Aqueduct Racecourse for the Wood Memorial, another famous Kentucky Derby prep race. And the horse to watch in here is in the yellow and black striped silks. That's Irish War Cry.
2.5 lengths behind and now put to the whip as they come toward the top of the stretch. It is Battalion Runner and Irish War Cry. 3/4 in 1:11 and 4. They're into the stretch. Irish War Cry on the outside's got a neck in front. Battalion Runner all out second on the inside. 4 lengths back to Cloud Computing. Irish War Cries in front because they come to the final 16th. Battalion Runner's not going with him. Then comes Cloud Computing down to the line. Irish War Cry has won the Wood Memorial under Rajiv Mirage. A 4-length score over Battalion Runner. Cloud Computing was 3rd and True Timber was 4th in a final time of 1 minute 50.91 seconds.
Okay, a pretty nice race by Irish War Cry. I don't know that he beat very much in that race. But, you know, with a name like that, a lot of people are going to bet on him. You know, Irish War Cry. You know, the tracks actually pay horse owners to name their horses with Irish names so that people will come out here and bet on them, which they'll probably do on Kentucky Derby Day, if anybody ever shows up. But anyhow, let's go on to the next race. This is the Santa Anita Derby, and this is a very interesting race. We're going to start it at the beginning because we want to show how many horses there are in the field and how one of them on the far outside, which is Royal Mo, under Gary Stevens, who's back after a hip replacement surgery, three-time Kentucky Derby winner, and see how he hustles Royal Mo out of the starting gate to get into the top bunch. But the winner is behind him. So let's get the race started in Santa Anita Park in California. Another sunshiny day. Here is the Santa Anita Derby.
Set. Racing. Battle of Midway away beautifully from gate 3. Royal Mo commences well, and up there too is American Anthem with Iliad, Gormley, and Midnight Pleasure about 6th. A couple of lengths to Soak Inflated, Milton Freewater, Kim Bear. Then comes Reach the World, 12 lengths off the early speed from Comma Sister, Irish Freedom 3 wide, and Term of Art 5 lengths last. Line of 3 at the 7/8 pole. Battle of Midway, American Anthem and Royal Mo. Stretched across the track, 4 lengths in front from Midnight Pleasure. Gormley dropping in 5th, being more conservatively ridden today. Iliad is behind him, some 8 lengths off the early pace. Then the great...
All right, we skip ahead a little bit now, and we go into the turn, and Royal Mo's still up in front, and with Battle of Midway, another nicely named horse, and they're soon to be joined by a bunch of others, one of which will emerge and will be one of the betting choices, I think, on Kentucky Derby Day. And here's the call.
8 lengths of the lead. Kim Bear well back in the field. And back towards the rear, Milton Freewater and Term of Art. Battle of Midway, Royal Mo striding away from American Anthem. Gormley is being presented 3 wide within a length of them, swinging for home, and then Midnight Pleasure, Iliad, and Reach the Stars coming with very wide bids. Less than 3/16 to go. Battle of Midway from Royal Mo, and here comes Gormley, followed by Iliad and Reach the World. It's Battle of Midway trying to stave off the Moss pair. Royal Mo and Gormley battling strongly. Gormley looming into the lead now. Gormley takes the lead, and Gormley wins the Santa Anita Derby. A half length to Battle of Midway, Royal Mo, and Reach the World finished 4th just in front of Iliad.
All right, that was jockey Victor Espinoza, 3-time Kentucky Derby winner, getting the job done on Gormley. It's a horse we've been touting all winter, and as we mentioned, we have a bet on him at 80-1. He won't be that much on Derby Day, and I don't know if he'll win or not, but we like those silks. Those are that kind of sea green and pinky color. That's the silks of Jerry Moss, the record executive who won the Kentucky Derby previously with the long shot Giacomo back in 2005. So that's the Santa Anita Derby. We'll see who comes out of it. Probably the top 3 will all be here in Louisville, and we'll see what they contribute to the race. So far, this Derby, as everyone will tell you, it's a wide open Derby. Of course, they say that every year, and it isn't usually. The favorites have won the last 4 times. But I think this might be truly a wide open Derby with an upsetter kind of horse. The 2 we still liked all along is Canavera from Florida and Thunder Snow from Dubai. And also we like the horse Always Dreaming, who won in Florida. Although won't be taken Almost Dreaming, I think, because of his pedigree. And I like the other 2, Thunder Snow and Canavera, because of their pedigree. So that's just a little horse talk. This weekend's the Arkansas Derby. We'll take a look at that. It's another wide open field. Any of them could win. Maybe Sonneteer up the rail at a big price. Don't know. Got no idea who's going to win the Arkansas Derby, but it's the last big Derby prep. We'll be back next week with a report on that, and then we'll start welcoming horses as they arrive here at Churchill Downs for the 148th Kentucky Derby. And that's your Inside the Kentucky Derby report for today. And that's brought to you by Insider Louisville and the Wellspring Derby Preview Party, which is right here at Churchill Downs on April 25th. Thanks, I'm Bill Doolittle. Good luck. Thanks to John Vanderford for our video work, and we're on to the next week in the Kentucky Derby.